Hello, hello, hello. Yes, guys. What's up, everybody? Okay, let me just fix this a bit. Okay, that's my heater in the background there. In case you're wondering, aren't you cold? Yeah, I got the gas heater right there behind me, so I'm a little bit warm. Let's see. As you guys see with the title of this live, I'm interested to hear your thoughts about what will happen tomorrow at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Will Baloyi relent? By relent, by the way, I mean with everything that has transpired. Let me get closer. Let me get very close. Uh, yeah. Okay. With everything that has transpired in the last since the last 2 months with Pinky, don't you think this is a logical thing to do to apply for Section 174? Basically, you don't have evidence. You don't see the prospect of winning this case. These five men that still accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa are not the right people that killed Senzo Meyiwa. Do you think he will relent? Or he is still going to go on with this charade? I know sometimes I tell myself, guys, before I go any further, don't mind the look. I'm on leave. So when I'm on leave, I don't kind of like take care of my hair and my beard. I look like I'm 70 years old right now, and I'm liking it, I must say. So don't be like, why don't you? No, I keep myself kept when I go to the office. I need to look professional. But because I'm on leave, I can do whatever I want with my beard and my hair and everything, just so that I come before you anyway. Still, I don't know if that is professional. And secondly, if you see a fly flying around, I don't know why it does a fly in winter. Honestly speaking, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. But other than that, yeah, like I was saying, do you think Baloy is going to relent? And are we going to see Colonel Stain tomorrow? I'm very interested, but let me see with your comments before I go with my own. I always take a train somewhere. Okay. Anthony Titus say, I think Stain's still sick, and Gininda will take the stand and put the blame for cooking on Stain. But Mgomezulu is going to finish the case totally. You have a point there, Anthony. Um, which is kind of like a little bit interesting to think that the one Stain first, who is going to, of course, exonerate himself. Like, listen, this is what was given to me, and I came to the court with that information. I testified on that information, and that was it. And then you have Gininda, who's going to come back and put the blame on him. They're supposed to have done it the other way around. Get Gininda first, and then get Stain, who's already being blamed with all these shenanigans that have been happening in this case. But I agree, Ngome Zulu is definitely, I think Ngome Zulu must have this question or pose this question to Stain. Some people might find it irrelevant, but for this particular case, the relevance is loud and clear. Why did you retire? I mean, some of us suspect it's a resignation after he took the stand, but now let's go with retirement. Number one, we need to find out how old is he to have taken this retirement, which is obviously going to tell us whether indeed it was a retirement if he's 60. Because a male resignation in South Africa, I think is 60, no, 65. Female is 60. So I don't know what we are going to be seeing with that one tomorrow. Really? It's going to be. Stop it, Norma. You see, you're disturbing my train of thoughts. Yeah, so I think that definitely Ngomezulu should ask this question. He needs to. I know there's going to be an objection coming from the state, but there has to be an establishment as to all of these suspicions of cooking. It will answer as well in this question why did you retire if he is before the age of 60? Why did you retire? Or if it's a resignation, why did you resign? It will be interesting to hear, but I don't think he will ever give straight answers for that question. So it could be a waste of time, but at least we would know whether he's telling the truth or not. Then we have Mapula. Mapula who says, I also feel that Stain will be a no-show tomorrow. These crooks want to make him the fall guy. That one is definite. I think he's set for being the fall guy. And since he's the fall guy, he's going to drag everyone else. Everyone that took the stand will be dragged along with Stain. And then, of course, the state always relies on information or evidence that's gathered by the investigators. That also includes Stain. But because the spotlight in the past 2 months was on the cell phone data that both Stain and host, as well as that other one, what's his other guy's name, who also testified in the earlier time, Masondo. Yeah, I don't know, I forgot his name, but somewhere there. They testified on cell phone data. And then came Vodacom and said, that data and our data are like this. One is pointing south and the other one is pointing north. So what on earth are you talking about? So now, of course, somebody needs to be blamed for that. Who went to Vodacom and was given the PDF format, and then they converted it into Excel spreadsheet? Because we want the information that is in the Vodacom stick, not the one that was later cooked, right? So yeah, I agree with you that he's definitely set to be the fall guy. He will do an agreasy on on them, or better yet, oh, let me not say it. Let me not say it because hey, I don't know, but we're not stupid. That's thing. One thing for sure. You know Watson. Remember Watson? Apparently he died. I don't know. That's just suspicions. If you like rubbing your two IQs together, something just don't make sense. And you're like, oh, okay. Quasi Bay, what's up, Quasi Bay? What's up? What's up? So good to see you here. Hey, Clanters, if Stain comes to court, he needs to tell us who gave him edited version of Pinky's records, 100%. But if it's Gininda who takes the stand because Stain is still ill, he is going to blame it on Stain. Because we need to know who this TSU person that received the PDF format. And then because Pinky says she sent it to TSU as well as the state. And then he mentioned the names of the people and the date and think even time when she sent the PDF format. She said on the 18th of May, I emailed it to Mr. Baloyi. And on the 28th of May, I emailed it also to Mr. Sibanda. Now, who compiled the cooked part of the PDF is where we want to know as well. Who is this individual that edited it? And Baloy should be asked that question as an accused. Kozibe say, I see him coming in tomorrow. I also see him coming in tomorrow. Stain, I really think so. I think if my suspicions or if my take on Stain is correct, Stain, I think he feels guilty. He feels bad. He knows the truth that what is happening in this trial is wrong. And he was placed in a very compromising position when it came to his values and morals and all that stuff that is good. And then they were compromised because of the SAPS lie that they have caught the killers of Senzo Meyiwa, and here they are. It's these five men. So that is why I believe it's a resignation, not a retirement. But we are told it's a retirement. So it will be interesting to hear when he sets the record straight as well. So I think it's gonna come on those bases that I want to tell the truth. I want to tell why I left or whatever the case might be. All right. Unless then he was headhunted by private security companies because most of them are based in Cape Town anyway. So one doesn't know. But I do foresee him coming to court tomorrow. From if I am reading Stain properly. If I'm reading Stain properly, definitely he is coming tomorrow. If then I can I can't help myself. Nobody says silver fox hair suits you. Thank you. But anyways, I've always had gray hair since growing up. I think from the age of 8, 9, I started seeing gray hair. There used to be a patch. Yeah, this patch, right? Where's the patch? Yeah, used to be all gray hair, and then eventually, by the time I turned 15, almost my head was gray. So I don't know which one is of age and which one is the original. But my beard, as you can see, it's it's a rainbow nation going on there. Anyways, let's continue. Faith, what's up? What's up, Faith? Stain is still sick. If what? Finish your thought there, my friend. Finish your thought. Kwazibe says Stain can't be the fall guy because what reason does he have to frame the accused? We are dealing with crooks here, Kwazibe. If anything that we've witnessed so far in this year, in this matter, it shows that you have some liars and crooked people who shouldn't have even been police officers to begin with. So that is why I also believe that he's going to be the fall guy. Yeah, from what we are seeing, these guys, the art of crookedness is definitely seen in this case. Quasi says, but the investigating officer has every reason. Yes, he does. Yes, absolutely. But there are information that we like to know from them. And then we have Tabamni. Is it Tabani? Who says, I think Stan will get more sicker and go a greasy on us. Then Ginja will put the blame on him. I'm also thinking that's how it might go. The blame is going to be on him. The unfortunate part, though, I almost said something, but let me just finish my thought. I don't think personally that Mabena had an accident, as it is said. I think he too may have developed a conscience, and they're like, we cannot have a person who's going to turn on us, understand, or maybe get on the side of the defense and then what do you call this? Break this case to its pieces as I have to go. So now with Stain, that is why I was a little bit worried about his safety. Up until I see him understand that, I'll feel a little bit comfortable. Like, oh, okay, you are here. But hey, Russian stuff can happen too. You be understand all alive. Next thing, you are limp. Like everybody will be like, what happened? They say, oh, it was a heart attack. Convenient time. So you cannot trust these people at all. I don't trust them. I'm still nervous for Stain. I'm nervous for anybody that decides to tell the truth. I'm nervous for them. Lindy says, "Hi, Clan. Stain will tomorrow through Nas. Through Nas. Or is it through Nas? Oh my God, those stupid stuff we did as kids. Yeah, well, I still think he'll be there if he is a man who is uh, good-hearted, an upstanding individual. He will be there. But I think he's no longer going to tell the lies that he did the first time around, even though he's going to be the witness for the states. Then we have Margaret says, Stain not fit to testify. Oh, well, he might be there and he would come, but we might have like a Pinky, early days of Pinky. Ma'am, do you need 5 minutes break? I think so. Then we come from that break. Oh, she cannot continue. Can we make it next week or something like that? We expect that he could be there, but he might not be fit to testify because of illness. So another week, probably a month, or whatever the case might be. It should depend on the doctor's letter as well. What the doctor's letter say. Faith says Stain took early pension. They will push everything on him again. If he shows up, he might throw them under the bus. Watch. Definitely, the true party is going to tell because under cross examination, with the what do you call this? With Baloyi leading the state side, I don't know how Stain is going to do on that one because the PDF. It doesn't matter what Stain is going to say, but the PDF says something totally different. And obviously, Baloyi is going to grill him about why he misled the state, and yet there was an original um, copy of what he misled the court with. It's going to be interesting. And I think this is where the defense, it does the oh man, this is a catch 22 now for me. Like, how does the defense protect him? How will the defense protect him? I'm interested to hear. Then we have King. Hello, King. We are not having any witness tomorrow because the cooking is not done yet. After the PDF, though, King, after the PDF, you'll still be cooking. But then again, you're right. Hey, anything goes with these guys. Clearly, we've seen over the year. Yet, unless they call a useless witness who was not even on the crime scene to testify about something not tangible, like the warden. It's on record where on the 13th of September 2023, Baloyi submitted to the court that two cell phones were confiscated on the 16th of June 2020 when Dant was getting arrested in Rustenburg. Jiggy Jiggy Manje, he always had his cell phone on him, and now we're gonna have some correctional official who confiscated this particular cell phone. Goes some people, honestly speaking, um, karma's got to deal with them. I'm telling you, in the most painful way. Victor says, Clancy's, believe me, that Baloyi will not bring Stain back to throw this case. He's coming to dispute Pinky's evidence. How though? Hey, how? Because Vodacom is adamant that this is the information, and that information made perfect sense to anybody that was listening. It followed the activities of three of the men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. By 6:30, an hour before Senzo Meyiwa is killed, according to the eyewitnesses, they were long gone. They were now in the west of the east. They were in George Gog and then the CBD. That is what those records are saying according to the PDF. Now, according to the Excel spreadsheet, it takes them in Fosloras and around Fosloras Clinic, Fosloras, what it puts them there. But the Vodacom one says no, they were never near Fosloras at the time Senzo Meyiwa was killed. Whether at 7:30 or at 8 o'clock, they were not there. So how are they going to dispute that? It will be interesting. Yeah, to hear. I agree with you that they will try to dispute that, but the defense is ready. The defense is ready to ask him why is he lying under oath. Faith says he resigned because he couldn't cook no more. Or maybe he was put in a compromising position. I think he was put in a compromised position and he did not like it. Maybe for a long time he said no, no, no. Or maybe he has his own issues with the law. Because I suspect all like Cronier, I think they have something on her. I think Stain, maybe they have something on him. I think Host, they have something on him. Of course, Zoom would have everything on him. And then you name them. There's no way that Dininda you will just go to this particular officer and without knowing what the skeletons are in the closet. So I think Stain may have had or may have skeletons, and they said if you are not, then you are going to force our hand and use the might of the law to put you under arrest, get you prosecuted and convicted. And so probably that's why he did it. We don't know because listen, we are dealing here with South African Police Service members, and they are notorious for one thing and one thing only: corruption, possibly even murders. So there's no way that Gininda is just going to go up to any like, for example, let's say Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, as clean as he is, apparently, he would have just walked up to him and said, "Listen, you will do this." He will say, "No, this is wrong." So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. JJVD, what's up? What's up? What's up? So good to see you always. It's so good to see you. Hey, Clantis, I totally agree with you. Quasi Bay, let's hear who supplied him with the edited version. Very important. We want that person. And I think it starts with the letter G. Yep. I mean, come on, guys. It's in the High Court records that Gininda, in the Kretcher case, he used force to abstract false confessions on the victims that he chose. It's on record. It's not an allegation or apparently. It's a fact. So why wouldn't he do something the same with this case? Why wouldn't he do that? Why wouldn't he do that? So we don't know, but we'll hear from Stain who gave him that Excel with the Excel spreadsheet. Very very important. We have Patience who says, "I think Stain told Gininda and Baloyi that these lies will catch up with." Can you imagine? That's why he keeps that's why he kept on saying at 2 hours the accused were not at Kumalo's. And oh yeah, I remember he said at because if you add 2 hours from 6:30, that will put you in Fosloras. It will put you in Fosloras. That's cooking gone wrong there. That is cooking gone wrong. How do you add 2 hours when the tower? Are you telling us that whenever we are calling each other, there's a 2 hour delay? And when we are moving with the towers, there's a 2 hour delay as well. Is that what Stain was saying? Interesting. Quasibe says this is all on Gininda in my view. I agree with you. 100%. Everyone else is a puppet. Yes. Just like I was saying earlier, that I think he has something on all of them. On all of them. But you know where I'm dissatisfied though, and I did see in the comments you guys are asking about Njiako. I am so uncomfortable that Njiako has never taken the stand in a trial within a trial and in this trial as well, the main trial. I'm very uncomfortable about that. Very uncomfortable. And it will be interesting if the defense kind of like added some spices and had him called on the stand. Or maybe they're just protecting him with his career. I don't know, guys. Your Giacomo issue, it does not sit well with me, honestly speaking. That he was never called to answer. Who hired you? Who gave you the brief? And whom did you give the brief? You know, all those things. It's very important to know these things, guys. It cannot be that he is left questioned about this. That ruined Ntanzi's life. His name ruined Ntanzi's life. And I think Ntanzi, once he is done with this, he needs to go sue the man, honestly. Roy says, Baloyi knows everything. How can he submit the info in court? Now he seems like he don't know nothing. True. How does it, I mean, because I think as a prosecutor, you still yourself need to verify information, Roy. Roy, you are right. Why didn't you verify this information? Because it came up with its own ingredients. My thoughts, my opinion. This broth is short of this, what do you call this, this spice and that spice and that spice. No, we cannot allow ourselves not to think that like that, because I think he deliberately knew and deliberately omitted and deliberately misled the court. Sipo says Baloyi will say Stain still sick. There's a possibility. There's a high possibility of that. Lambert design, what's up? Lambert design. I thought Pinky gave her 205 info in May. Yes. Uh, on the 18th of May as well as the 28th of May. Who, excuse me, who gave the original that were converted to Excel that Stain worked on? Good question. We are asking exactly the same question. Who gave Stain that information? That person needs to be revealed, guys, whether we like it or not. That individual needs to show their ugly head. Why did you mislead or deliberately misled this court with information that the prosecution had to take and present it before a judge, whom I still think the same judge that they presented this, you can act all dumb and all angered and what's that word? There's this word I used to like in English that also means anger, indignation, indignant. Why did he act so indignant when Mr. Baloyi made an inference that the judge is colluding with the state? And yet, when you watch this case, oh, by the way, if you guys are not watching the Young Thug, the judge was recused. Yeah, that judge, he acted exactly like, what's his name? Judge Rata sided with the state, so much so that he was caught having a collusion meeting with the prosecution. And then when the defense find out about it, he takes the defense lawyer, throws him in prison for contempt of court. And today, I don't think he has a job no more. Parallel between Arata and I think what's his name again? He had a town-like name, that guy. So if you're watching that case, you will see similarities. And we are saying from what we are, because the thing is, you cannot dispute what people are saying, and you cannot also invalidate what people are saying because of what they're observing. If the people are saying, listen, this does not look good, there seems to be a synchrony between the state and the judge. You cannot therefore, and I'm talking just the public, the general public, you cannot therefore say, hey, why you are, hey, me, my entire 50, what, all that stuff. But actions speak louder than words. How you've been treating the defense and how you are treating the state, two different things. Like totally different. You treat the other one like the stepchild and the other one like the favorite child. You cannot run away from what people observe. You cannot and become all indignant over something people are seeing. Right? I don't know if I finished your comment. Okay, see, if it was Pinky, why would she have to give them again in May? I was shocked that they actually got what do you call this, the 205s in May. All this time they've been talking about 205s since last year, and they're only getting them in May. Okay, I think I remember Baloyi saying that they're still working on that. Oh, maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe they were still busy cooking it. Maybe they were still busy cooking it, but they told Artenem, wait a minute, don't give us yet. We're still working on something. We'll tell you when to send it. I don't know. Anything is possible with these guys. Kutuso, what's up? What's up? Tomorrow they'll tell us that Stain is not. I would not put it past them for real. I would not put it past them, Kutuso. Honestly speaking, anything is possible with these guys. First, I got hello, friends. How are you doing, stranger? I do see you in the comments. I don't lie. I do see you in the comments, but hey, my comment section is acting up. I don't know why. Maybe because you guys, when you comment, it's like this, and it probably the section gets crashed or something. I don't know because when I click on the comment and I want to like, and I also want to give the heart and comment, nothing happens. You say evening, people. Good evening to you. Good evening so much. It's so good to see you though. Jeremiah, how are you doing? What's up, brother? I'm good, bro. How are you? It's good to see you as well here. Thank you so much. Quincy Bay says Adam Lambo, they went back to Pinky after seeing that there's a difference for her to recheck her data. There's a chance, yeah, definitely. Matabo says, Hi, Clan. I don't think Stain is coming tomorrow. That would be brave. That would be brave. But you can't run away forever, hey? You can never run forever. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, this case needs to wrap up. This case needs to wrap up. So you can be sick indefinitely, then the what do you call this? The judge must not take any into consideration what Stein said when he testified. Expunge that record. Mudiridi says, I don't believe Stein was sick. Me either. I don't think so either. I don't think they even informed him that he's needed in Pretoria. I don't think he was informed. So to give a story and while trying, maybe he's a difficult person. Like I am not going to do this, guys. So maybe they gave themselves some time to go and convince him. If there are investigative journalists out there who are interested in justice, they could go and check at the airport if Baloyi left to the Western Cape at some point during this week, to go and convince him. I don't know, just an idea. They wanted more time to close loopholes and continue cooking. Ask yourself, how did Baloyi know that Stain will be okay tomorrow? Right? I mean, seriously, what was he sick of that you would take a week to recover? Yeah, what loopholes though? There are no loopholes. This case is like wide open. The gaps are holes, like the potholes of South Africa. There's no way of closing them. It's too much. What Pinky did, she just opened the Kimberley, what do you call that hole in Kimberley? Yeah, that one. That Kimberlite hole, whatever it's called. That's what Pinky did. How do they fill it in with all that water in there? It's going to be interesting. Solomon says, Don't do that, bro. You might be next if those conspiracy theories are true. Listen, uh, I don't think it is okay for us to live in fear, especially in a democracy. I know I'm sounding a bit naive, probably even stupid, but listen, when when you speak with the freedom that you're supposed to have and somebody doesn't like it, it's on them because it means this person was on a right track about them, and that's the conscience they are going to live with. But okusalayo Solomon naye uzofa. You are not invincible in this world. You may take other people's lives, but yours too will come to an end someday. I get that you're going to say, but what about this? And what about your children? What about your family? They're going to miss you. Da, 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 da. I died for the truth. Yeah, now what will he die for? What will he die for? And if he's a person that believes in what do you call this religious punishments, they're the ones going to suffer that punishment. That consequence is going to be suffered by them. So I cannot therefore fear because we are talking about dangerous people. Because there are dangerous people. I agree with you. Deadly people, even maybe. So it's on them. At the end of the day, it's on them. Naye uzofa okusalayo. So, Abigail, hi Clancis, I concur with Kwazibe. Stain will come to tell us who gave him the edited Excel document. Definitely. But we want to know who is the person. Who is the person? I want to know, Mina, like outright say the name. That's all I want. Then we have Tembelite who says, I don't think Stain can come and sing for Kininda's choir again. I think so. If he's a good guy, if he's a guy with a conscience, I seriously also think so too, Tembelite. I really, really think so. And I think that's the reason why he exited the SAPS. I still think he's young because you can tell when a person is older, and that did not sound like an old man to me. Like a person in the mid 50s into late 50s, he sounded to me like somewhere in the mid 40s or at least towards the late 40s. That's how he sounded like to me. You know how a man's voice cracks when he reaches a certain, I think from 50. Even you see this voice that you're hearing now in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In about 13 years, it's going to sound completely different because of age. So he sounded young to me, unless he doesn't age. He uses anti-aging creams for his voice box. I don't know. Takalani says, I feel like Stain was set up. But I agree, but why when you are on the stand and you are noticing that I'm having two different information, why take the stand though? I feel like he was given already cooked numbers. No, he says he's the one who did the 205s. That's what he said. And think that's why he ended up resigning for having misled the court. That's what I think. Tandy says, I think the defense should try and bring in case 375. Rata doesn't want it. He tried to squash it at one point, and I even made a video that 375 is not going to make it in Rata's courtroom. It's not going to make it. This case needs to end, and then the NPA opens this 375. It's the NPA that can do it, unless a private prosecution on 375 is launched. And I think there are rules and regulations and requirements and all that stuff in order for it to be granted by the MPA, by the way. By the MPA. Amanda says there's no staying tomorrow. I know. With the state that we have, right. State will come with an excuse. Hopefully they come with a witness. There's no way that we're gonna have another week break and all that stuff. It's too much. Justice delayed, justice denied. Faith says indeed he was put on compromising situation. That's what I believe. And his conscience developed from there. And he was like, I'm out of here. This is not what I signed up for. Naval, how are you doing, Naval? Hello, hello, Naval. Amanda says, at Tandy, I agree with you. 375 must be introduced tomorrow. The writer doesn't want it. He called it gossip. Tibelita says, because of changes of lyrics tuned, I don't think Sting can come and sing for Guinea's choir anymore. Yeah, well, let's hear him tomorrow if he ever takes the stand. Patient says 5 women need to be arrested for perjury. Mukhola, Mhlahlo, Gronier, Zandile, and that policewoman who took samples from Danzi, which she did. I don't think she did. Judge Tavin. He's a man. He's a he's a man. Patience. He's a Abigail says, I can't wait to hear the defense. The defense will be more energetic. Patience, the way you were so strategic in putting Rata towards the end, because you know I'm going to be really, really into his. Oh, God. Oh, man. Abigail says, I can't wait to hear the defense. The defense will be more energetic. I think they're busy rubbing their hands like, yes. This is what we've been waiting for. Hopefully. It was quite interesting as well when they were trying to object to his recall. I did explain why I think so. Simon says, I am suspecting Stain will refuse to join the chefs again. I hope so. I really, really, really hope so. JJVD says the whole state witnesses are part of the conspiracy. That's why they have been able to come and testify. The judge is also part of the loop. From where we stand and what we've observed, I think we are justified in what we are saying because action do speak louder than words, honestly speaking. Amanda says, I think Bazombulala Ustain Ugine. I will not put it past them, honestly speaking. Dingan says, hey, the clan, if I was staying, I will not show up. What's up, Dingan? Well, he's subpoenaed though. You know, subpoena, you are forced to come, otherwise you'll be arrested. So you have to respond when you're subpoenaed or summoned in a civil court. Got to. Nelly Seaware says, I honestly think that Guinea anticipated prolonged COVID lockdown. I think so. So that everything is done with our cameras and there will be social distancing. And I agree with you. This thing was supposed to have been done during Kovovo time. It was supposed to be done, and probably we're not even saying anything. We will never. I don't think we'd have said anything. Honestly speaking, I really don't because we wouldn't even know who these. Because for me, I had, like I said, I didn't know these people. I didn't. I wasn't following the first trial. I wasn't following anything regarding Senzo Meyiwa. The last time I took an interest in this case was 2015 when I realized that oh no, Senzo Meyiwa is not going to get the justice he deserves from what I was hearing with evidence being tampered with and people were not supposed to be there being on the scene like an MEC, was it an MEC or MMC? And then you had everybody being there, crime scene wiped and cleaned and all that. I was like, there's no justice going to come out of this. And then I just resigned from the Senzo Meyiwa and then moved on to other things. Seemingly, I'm vindicated because how many years later? And the police were trying to forget about this case altogether until the people of South Africa were like, hi, whoa, 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 what's up? What's up? What about Senzo Meyiwa? So, yeah, I agree with you. And the case ending before everything goes back to normal. Yeah, I think so too. I really, really think that that was the aim and all of that. Naval says the defense is only making an application tomorrow. Stain may not even take the stand. Kininda seems a more possible witness. Yeah, tomorrow will be applications. The state will apply for Stain to take the stand, and possibly the defense will also make an application to oppose the what's his name, Stain taking the stand. Yeah, you are right. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, Kininda, yeah, definitely. Because he's the one who's the lead investigator. And I have a feeling that he's going to say, no, 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 no. I was not the only one who was appointed. I was not the only one who was appointed as the investigating officer. We understand there were 40 of them. 40. And then that 40, Sunday we hear there were four of them, which included the liar, Mamfundis. So there's gonna be a hey, I mean, I don't know. Hey, I mean, I don't. That's what Gideon is gonna be doing. I ask the other 40 who are they? I don't know their name. Ask the former minister. Former minister was like, hey, I mean, I'm not longer a minister. I don't know. Ask the new minister. That's what I see. That's what I see would actually happen with Gininda. Him taking us on LLB 101 when he's asked a question, a simple answer, a question of yes or no, he decides to go the textbook route. I don't think he'll do that because the ish has hit the fan and he needs to duck. Otherwise, everything that he's built is gone. That includes the LLB degree he's trying to get. Goodness, goodness gracious, what kind of a lawyer he would make? Only goodness knows. No ways. Linda says, forget if you have a judge on your side, you are covered. Yeah, seemingly, seemingly, whoever thought that we would see a day where a judge covers a witness, covers the state, and adamant on making sure that the accused, whether they're innocent or not, go to jail. I have never seen a determined judge like this one. Never. And I don't think I ever will again. Honestly. TMJ says, Baloyi the same. But guys, why do you do this to me? I'm trying to behave here, and you all come with I'm just trying to charge my phone here a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, let me continue reading. Allegedly, guys, I'm just reading what the client is saying. Baloyi the Satan is going to bring a warder with info that one of the accused has confessed to a cellmate. The cellmate that was bought probably was told, listen, if you say this, you write this statement, we'll reduce your sentence. Because you have to bargain with the state. There's no way that as a prisoner probably serving a lengthy prison term, and then the police come to me, that would be like Christmas Day with presents and Father Christmas coming to negotiate and say, okay, do this statement and we'll reduce your sentence. Or maybe they say, do this. I will say, oh, I will do it, provided that you reduce my sentence to about 10 years. And if it's a good deal, they'll take it. And then the cellmate will come and make that. But then again, we've always known that Ntanzi, Sibiya, or any of these guys have not been with the general population since they've been arrested. I don't think they are, okay, I think they are in prison, but not with the general population. Not with the general population, I don't think so, because I think it was accused number three who cried about solitary confinement. And in that cell, there's no warm water or things like that. So I think all of them, there's no way that they have cellmates or had cellmates since they've been arrested. I don't know though. We'll hear. But that cellmate, uthengiwe. Nhlanhla, what's up, Bizo? Tomorrow is tomorrow. Bekumele kusasa akhipha izigqumo aqede leli cala afake u375. Hey, sawubona. Kodwa right now babhizi bayagquma, bayakuphalaza, benza konke labo bakwenzayo. So that uJudge Rada continues what he's been doing all along. Mudiridi says Rata was once implicated in wrongdoing. Gininda the same, Pinky the same. I believe this case is made of men and women who are highly corrupt. I also sincerely believe that as Cronier is not an exception to my suspicions as well. All these other Morocco police station guys as well, all of them. There's something Kinida had on them. You know what they say? Birds of the feather flock the same, right? Then we have one dealer who says all the 205s the state presented in court are other matters, not 636. The state failed dismally, like horribly, horribly. Yeah. And now I hope, or I wonder if Judge Rata heard Mr. Mgomezulu, because I did watch that again, where Mr. Mgomezulu was, I don't know if it was a submission or an application that the 205s of the people that were with Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 20, 14, 205s also need to be brought to court. I don't know when he says I understand whether he meant it was a ruling or what. I don't know. I hope I don't know. We'll hear what he's going to say tomorrow about that. Patience says Mjiako is Baloy's Togol. But guys, well, I want to hear what you say. Giaco is Baloy Togoloshe allegedly. Baloy knows that Queen King Shololo knows Giaco's face to face. They will never call him Giaco. Giaco is a bitter spies. Mara patience, I you are adamant in making sure that I get shouted by people. Sebelina says nami nguwe stain bengingeke ngize ngizoza emi emlilweni ngiwubuka. But then you are subpoenaed. It's a court order. You see, Sebelina, it's a court order. You got to come. You have to come. Otherwise, you're gonna get arrested for contempt of court. You know, and I understand that's 2 years in prison, apparently. No, not 2 years. It's a couple of weeks, I think. But you'll have a criminal record, though. So don't do that to yourself. Vele yiza kulo mlilo ushe if you were lying. If ungakhuluma iqiniso, be like, I don't know if it's in the Bible, that story. Is it the lion den? But somebody went into a fire, did not burn. Is it Meshach and what are those three guys' names? No, that's the lion's den. But something like that. If you know that you are innocent, gebushe. Then we have Mudiridi who says, I like this name, Mudiridi. You know, the tongue, Mudiridi. Beautiful. The reason Pinky was told to look for discrepancy was because of the Excel format and the state of these discrepancies, and they ignored it. That's deliberate defeating the ends of justice. Like, I think that's textbook definition of defeating the ends of justice and concealing the truth. That's what I think, at least if I understand anything about what's happening. Stick and kid, stick and be kid, checking in. Tick present. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Margaret says the state thought that the defense team will be lazy to go through all those million documents given to them. I think they did not bet on the trial going de novo and the legal aid board taking on the four lawyers because they were betting on that if they take private lawyers, they are going to exhaust whatever penny they have. And if they take the legal board, the South African legal board or legal board South Africa, whatever they call it, those lawyers have a reputation of not winning cases because they are given to amateurs, and these amateurs they never do a good job because they are new in this field. I think that's what they counted on. They did not count on Judge Maumela to be recused and then trial de novo take place, and then now the state is carrying that bill. I don't think they counted on that. But you are very close as well. Because the lawyers have to read every evidence, whether it is a billion pages, they still have to go through each and every one of them. That's what you went to school for and qualified as a lawyer. But I think they were trying to ubadlamandla, meaning money. If money runs dry, of course, none of these advocates are going to continue representing their clients. As a matter of fact, the Rata will take a decision to advise the accused to take state lawyers. And like I said, as we know what their reputation is, they probably counted on that. That's my thoughts. Then we have Nomzamo who says, "Good evening, family. Good evening to you too, Nomzamo." Besishilo Judge Uti Ustaine maybe Uzoti will justify himself ati sekhohliwe yiloku nalokhuya ma enuzwa nge-discrepancy emebuzwa nge-discrepancy. Your Zulu is just as good as mine, Nomzamo. We are like, say, I think you're a coconut too. You're making me feel better. Yeah, it's possible that, I mean, play dumb so that you don't implicate yourself and find yourself in jail for perjury. Play dumb. Like, I forgot, or I got the reason why I went to the doctors, the medication I'm taking is it's messing up with my faculties, or whatever the case is. Or I was diagnosed with the multiple personality disorder or something. I don't know. We're going to hear flames tomorrow if Stain indeed does take the stand and he is not a good person. We are going to hear it all. Masibulele says, how many chefs are in Kininda's kitchen? Ooh. And they all add things in the broth. And you know what the say goes. Too many hands spoil the broth. Too many hands in the pot spoil the broth. I think that's how it's said. The menu keeps on changing every week. I'm expecting something new tomorrow. A medical condition. Well, I'm expecting a medical condition. That is if Stain is not a good person. If he's a good person, I think he's going to tell the truth, including the name that gave him that Excel spreadsheet. Gift says, I'm expecting Baloyi to bring forward a new evidence as he always surprises us. Yeah, like with the warning. Apparently, that is a new witness that was never on the list. And I'm like, at this time, you're still coming up with the surprise witnesses? Honestly speaking, now. Then we have Temba who says Baloyi was hatching the next move when he was away. Why do I keep imagining him sitting in Zanzibar or Mauritius or even in the Maldives wearing his Speedo and then lying in the white sands and sipping some pina coladas and just thinking about like, this could actually be my last time, leisuring around like this. I don't know. That was every time when I think about his absence, my mind just goes holiday, vacation. I just keep thinking that if you know you're about to get arrested, hey, listen, use your money. Take a holiday, go on a cruise ship, do whatever you need to do so that you know when the ish hits the fan, at least you got to do maybe a bucket list of yours. I don't know. He's got the money to do it. Oh my gosh. Stains evidence to that mixed fact. Okay, where, sorry, where are we? I think he plans to cunningly twist Stain's evidence to that he mixed facts and Ginenda will come and try to prove the Stain was misinformed or just blame Stain altogether, which I think that's the case. Charlie says, "Evening, guys. Just checked in. Just checked in. Yep. What's up, Charlie? Thank you so much. Kimberly Big Hole. Yes, that's the one I was looking for. But I'm taking it the geographical way, the Kimberlite hole, because apparently that's where the diamond, the reef, is it the reef? Yeah, it was at. Thank you. Yeah, Kimberly Big Hole. That's what Pinky did. She opened this case that wide. So filling it in is going to be something else. Peter says abazojika bebodwa elikhulu obaloyi nosibanda elishile kade babheka. I don't know what I was reading. I'm so sorry, Pilil. I know it's the coconut is out, people. I keep warning you. First generation, if you are new here, hi, I'm a first generation coconut. If you ever wondered whatever happened to them or where are they now, right. Timelita says, wow, you are taking oh, you are talking about me. It's a WhatsApp group. God's project. Rata might as well sentence these guys tomorrow. Yeah, let us go to Supreme Court of Appeal once and for all. Honestly speaking, Namzabo says these people are daring. Okuluma Amanga Sibuka ne presiding officer is assisting them all the way. They'll say Stain was Delulu due to age. Tululalele when somebody's going to develop some mental illness. TMJ says your cup is cold. Ugalaza. It is cold. It is actually cold. Oh man, you're so observant. Smagana says anti-aging cream for your cleanses you are not teacher. No, really think about it. His voice sounds very young. 40s. At least 40s. Domzamo says the problem with this drama is that we have lost our trust in the judicial system, which is shameful. It is shameful because no citizen must ever feel that way about the judicial system, especially in a democracy. We must always have faith and confidence in our judicial system, but not just the judicial system, the criminal justice system itself, everything under it, including the judicial system. But we have no faith in neither. Scary. I hope the new Chief Justice, when she takes her position, she will actually restore the good image of the judiciary. Hopefully, the Minister of Police also will restore the good name of the criminal justice system, honestly speaking. Kiki or Kakai, ever since this case started, not a single evidence implicated these accused persons. One cannot say why are they still in custody, especially in Tanzi, the working scapegoat. Hey, Ngashu this is. I'm sorry, I don't even know. I apologize for assuming your gender. Um, yeah, no, no, I agree, man. Hey, 4 years. Eesh, I don't know what I would do. Johannes says the Soweto Tavern drunken. He shouldn't have said anything about the tavern. Then he goes, this is really bitter, yo. And then Dombi says, why is Muzi accused number one, but number three pulled the trigger? Hey, I also thought the same thing back then. I was like, wait a minute, but I forgot to mention this as well. Like, I thought the lineup was according to who did what. You pull the trigger and you the killer, then you'll be accused number one. If you're the mastermind, you're accused number one, and the person that pulled the trigger is accused number two, like that, like that, like that. Or maybe all of that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. But it's a question though. Mlambo says, sorry, I'm coming back and rewatching from my comment. But to respond to you, Pinky's 205 are the same as the fake Excel besides the other party number. So that means they've had these 205 back then. Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. Kiki says Judge Rata is not above the law. Mm-mm. Nobody's above the law. Lawrence says Weinstein should come before Gininda. Gininda was available the whole week. I was saying the same thing when they were persuaded. Like, wait, but then Gininda is ready. Lawrence Rata Usi useless. Neville says, my bad. I meant the prosecution will apply. Oh yeah, yes, they definitely they will apply for staying to take the stand. Zombani says the defense should have asked Pinky about this 2 hour run. They should. They should have, but then I think there's a lot. But now we have an opportunity to having Stain understand. He needs to explain this, and then he must align that with the PDF. Like, is this possible? Why did you even say that? Jablani says, Francis, I think the issue about Rada should also need to be raised in Parliament. Hey, hey, but I don't think Parliament can do that. Hey, the wings of government and the separation of powers. This one is for the Portfolio Committee of Justice and Development. I think that one for oversight purposes. As a parliament, or maybe that's what you mean, the Portfolio Committee on Justice. Yeah, then I can agree with you on the purposes of oversight and not to interfere or meddle in the judiciary. Ndomi says Gininda was told that two men got into the house and two sets of DNA, but the court was allowed to sit without those men. How? Mhm. Jablan is okay. I need to run through. We have gone past the hour that I had set for myself. I need to run to the store before they close. I think they closed already. It's 8. Anyways, let's continue out finding an alternative. Jablan says we need to raise this to the parliament attention. Once the issue is raised in parliament, we will behave. He will behave. Yeah, the portfolio committee. I think if I don't know how it's done, I think even the public can make submissions. Lalita says, "Good evening, clients and the Comments Association. How are you doing, Lalita? Thank you so much for being here. Sega, greetings, clients and the rest of the client. What's up? Botswana is in the house. What's up, Sega? Good to see you. How you are exposing me on the other side? I'm like, and I'm like, I'm gonna ignore this. And then you come back, I'm like, yeah, that's me. And you guys don't want to me to bring this stuff here. So find an alternative. Love you back though, Sega. Thank you. Sebastian says Baloy and Sibanda are both sad sacks and random must book their own places in jail. Sebastian. Johannes says, I am happy to announce today that my daughter took the order of the Soweto drunken judge, and today I can confirm that she graduated from that Soweto Tavern University with a much sought after LLB. Congratulations! Oh my goodness. May she be successful and take over and change the criminal justice system, the judicial system, and any system that stands against the people of South Africa. If she can plant that in her head, she will go very far, including becoming possibly someday the Chief Justice of the country. I wish her all the best. Everything of the best. Congratulations to you too, Johannes. You did a great job. Naval says Giaco is an agent. He fits the profile. I think all the DOM advocates that did not score well in the finals. Oh, gosh. Join SSA and become agents. I think he's one of them. Like a spy, but he's a terrible spy, though. I mean, SSA, you need like sharp minds there, really, really sharp minds. If there's one thing I love in any government is the intelligence. You know, the intelligence department of any government is my greatest interest because they're fascinating how they curb things, they foil things, and you ask yourself, where are ours? Where are ours? Did you hear today over 20 uh, human trafficked human beings from it? Like, where was the intelligence? Do we even have it? I don't know, guys. We are sitting ducks. One thing to say is, if it wasn't Zungu's lies, where does Gininda source the information? Yeah, because Zungu is an informant, isn't it? And apparently his whatever information is classified. I they played us there with the classified information and what, and then you remember he said Danzi has a slew of cases against him that they're busy investigating. Okay, show what these cases are classified, right? You're wetting my nose because of laughing, guys. Don't make me laugh. Sega says, I'm waiting anxiously for tomorrow's court proceedings, Monday the 5th of, 2024. Oh, yeah, with better eyes, I am as well. Lindeli says, good evening, everyone. How are you, Lindeli? How are you? How are you? Sebastian says, Rata made it clear that he formulated his Kasi judgment, G Wiz. He is a piece of work. He is a crap man. I'm out. Sega says Rata. Oh, what are these German? Is it German or Russian? Ooh, I have no idea what you are saying. Sumusiso says, Ijaji Elihamban Amataven. Hey, sometimes they say sober as a judge, sometimes you have to question it in South African context, though. Mlapo says, well, if Stein takes back what he said, then there was no contact between accused number five and Kelly, which, of course, the rest of us already knew. And the PDF said no such. Sega says South Africa's judicial laundry is washed in the open. Cry the beloved country. And that was my also favorite book, Alan Payton. Faith, oh my goodness. As for a speedo, you want us dead when I know the visuals in your head. I always imagined okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Imagine imagine Vaseline in a speedo with auras. And on top of that, his skin, you know how dark he is? His skin on that white sand in the Maldives, shining for all to see. And he's a tall guy too. And then everybody just looking like at the beach. I don't know. My mind goes wild sometimes, okay? Neville says 232 watching and only 44 likes is not acceptable, guys. I agree. Please don't leave because I'm about to close after the I think it's like 7 comments left, and then I'm closing. Please like, guys. I appreciate you. I always forget to ask you guys because in my head I consciously think that you already know you should like a video or a live. So thank you, Nevo, for reminding everyone. Mzwandile says the judge will give the witness an answer. The judge is a serious problem also in this court. Yeah, especially when the what do you call this? The defense goes hard. He comes and defends because he knows, hey, this trial is about to be turned on his head, and he's also now a person of interest in terms of how he's conducted this trial thus far. It's not like how a judge should. Then we have Rhythm Reelers who says tomorrow they will postpone again. Ooh, I can't anymore. These are enough postponements. But I would accept it if it's the defense, if they are going to introduce a new witness so that they can go and study the affidavit so that they question him on things that they're informed about. Maybe that postponement will be maybe a few hours or even a day. I don't mind that one. But the states, no, it's enough. It's enough. Margaret says maybe some are from Team State. Jablani says defense kayibize umjiako. Hey kunini namgishu. I always waited for him. Daniel, hi Daniel. Evening to the Clantis family. How are you, Clantis? I'm very well. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Hope tonight you'll read my comments and not skip them. I never skip comments, honestly speaking, especially in issues. Daniel, where don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Daniel, please. I beg. Okay, I beg. I promise I'm not Chidima. But come on. Sega says commission of inquiry is needed in this murder case. Yeah. And we need to get like a whole international investigators, people that have no interest whatsoever but the truth. Seriously speaking, at this point that I think we've gotten. Tability says no. If you are arrested, isn't you are accused number one, then two, three, four, five. I don't know. Hey, I don't know how it's done. But to me, it will make sense if you the killer and you have accomplices, like the person that pulled the trigger or launched the knife will be accused number one, and then everyone else who are accomplices follow thereafter. But I could have it all completely wrong. I don't know. Spamanda says we want to know what went wrong, like life many case. It wasn't there a judgment? I remember I wanted to do the life many judgment, but I was like, the clan, they're only interested in Senzo Meyiwa. So I abandoned it. So I can say is okay, sorry about that. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. Margaret says, and Baloyi was so relaxed up until he heard Msholo saying she's going to open a case. Yo, ate a shara kana mutu. He became very uncomfortable indeed. Even when Mnisi as well, of course, he was not there when Mnisi says that at a later stage they are going to open a case, and then he mentioned the charges, and that was like I thought it was of a fraud. Yeah. Chris says, is Gininda coming after the application of Umlungu? We can't have another argument about this. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to make an application for both Gininda and Stain tomorrow. Neville says, do you now wonder why our South African intelligence are not available? That one scares the living dead out of me every night. There is no information coming down to combat crimes. We had Mexicans that were in our country illegally selling drugs. And today we hear that they were kidnapped people from Somalia or Ethiopia. They were rescued because they were looking for a kidnapped man. Like, what's happening? Because these are the things that intelligence is supposed to be curbing from happening. How did these people enter South Africa? Those containers, when they land at Durban port, oh, I know. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Then we look for intel from our agents. Like, what are they gonna give us? What are they gonna give us? Dada says, "Hi, Clancis. How are you doing, Dada from the UK? UK is in the house as well. Woo! Thank you for joining the clan. Listen, pal. If will still be a merry-go-round, buddy, just like anything else in the judiciary system in South Africa. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle that is making no sense, and South Africans keep taking a beating every time. Every time. There's no rest for us. Slender says, evening family, haven't been here forever. Welcome back. Good to have you, Slender. But it's not that long because I remember you about maybe 3 lives ago. So yeah, that's quite some time. How are you? And Dando says Dana will say that he got the numbers from Kininda. I suspect he's going to say that. I wonder why the defense didn't deal with GPRS. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Noni. What's up, Noni? Noni M Podcast is in the house, y'all. Please press the three dots on top of your screen to see the like button and press like. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Noni, for that information. I do need the likes, guys. Thank you so much. Tato T Man says SABC News team take chance if defense counsels attack advocate Baloyi. They can't show his face. Why? I don't watch the news. I don't watch them. I haven't been watching the news in 3 years because of the lies and manipulation that they tell the people of South Africa to drive a narrative or sell an idea to people of South Africa, which is not true. Thank you so much. I will not be participating in that. I would rather be in the dark. Tiani says, evening, bro. What's up, Tiani? Ish. I'm so late. I didn't know we are meeting today. Hope everyone is okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, indeed. I'm about to leave in about 9 minutes' time. Noni M Podcast says, especially in isiZulu, Bagulanda. Hey, my friend. Hey. Every time when I'm trying to read Zulu, I wish I went to township school for a day and then I went to the white school for another day, so that's like that throughout. But you never think about these things when you are young and growing. That someday you're going to have a YouTube channel and then you're going to have Zulu people who are not going to take it with this whole English thing. They're like, hey, we're now supposed to put your hand outside. Oh my God, Doni about the new family. How are you doing? With love back. How are you doing, Doni? Thank you. When Lila says it won't be wiser for the defense to call Giaco. The state must bring Giaco as witness. The defense can rebut. Okay. Yeah, I see the strategy. I see the strategy. It makes sense. So that they rebut. Exactly. You're right. The state is not calling him simply because they know defense will crush him. Yeah, and that should speak volume to the judge when he makes his decision. Why the state did not call Njiako? What were they running away from? But we know that that judgment is already prepared, so we're taking chances. PG says, "Hi family, the accused are sitting in order of their arrest." Thank. Oh, okay, 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 okay. All right, okay. Hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Sega says, cleanses the language I've used in Sweden. Oh, okay. Oh, what were you saying? Well, because I would not have, I bite my tongue way too much trying to pronounce things. What did you say in Swedish? Um, One dealer says, Clancy, please, can you interview former Judge Schroper about this case someday? Please, please. Give me his contacts. Give me his contacts and I will do it, honestly speaking. And I feel like he'll be a great guest of our live because there's a lot that I have questions about when it comes to him. And of course, the axe he has to grind with the state. The irony of it, he's serving in the portfolio committee that took the decision to impeach him. Okay, fine, it's the old cycle, but it's still the same portfolio committee. I think he's chairing it or something like that. I don't know. And Dando says, Stain forgot to change the details in the call. Same time, same phone. Shame. This man, he's got a lot to explain. Patient says, who told Chico that gun or who killed Senzo was for one of the accused? Who took his gun for ballistic tests? Where is his gun to begin with? And this also says 200 watching and 130 likes. Wow, thank you guys. That's a great improvement from 44 to 130. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, guys. Yeah, I'm about to end it. Actually, this is the last comment by Naval that I am going to read, and we end it here. Our Minister of I'll read that again. Our Minister of Injustice has his work cut out. We must find a way to get our message to him. They're supposed to be listening. That's the whole intelligence about. That they're supposed to be listening to what we are saying, so that we do not conspire to do things. You know, they should be hearing that they are useless. Lift their socks up. Let us see work being done. That we need to see foiling of crimes that are actually being planned. They should search every ship before docking into the Durban harbor what it has. Maybe there are human beings in there. They should be checking a whole lot of things. Like why? Why we have so many kidnappings? Why do we have so many hijackings? They are supposed to be that's their job. Working with the police. So you ask yourself, where is the intelligence? Where is the intelligence of this country? They used to work really well when they used to be called NIA. Ever since they were turned into this SSA thing, I boom pansy. I know, man. Sega says tech. Thank you. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so many words though. Okay, no, thank you, thank you. Johannes says the is the voters right? The vote is right. Judge Law. Okay, okay, okay. I see. Is right. Judge Lawpo will tell the truth about the case, the way it is being handled. Nothing stops him to speak. He is no longer a judge, but he is part of the Justice Committee in Parliament. Maybe by the rules of Parliament, he may not actually be allowed because that will be either interfering and making commentaries in public about the workings of an active judge. I don't know. TMJ says, Yabona mfoka nzimase inhlanzi izoshelwa emanzini manje. Ayish. Yeah, it has to, but to know it's enough now. Chuku Anna, hello Chuku Anna. It's been a long time I've not seen you. How are you doing? Me, I'm waiting. I wait prosecutor to be charged end of justice or charged with the ends of between the ends of justice ready. That would be nice. Actually, that would be very, very, very nice. It's been established that he lied. Johnny says one delay is right. Yeah, I am considering it, but at the same time, I'm thinking because it's part of the portfolio committee on justice, he may not be allowed. I don't know. We'll find out. We might find those in the know. Please let us know in the comments if that will be allowed according to the rules. Positive vibes with tea. What's up? All I can say is that the cookers are busy cooking as we speak. Yeah, they have to do the final touches and garnish. Is it garnish? Yeah, garnish and saute. All that stuff they're gonna serve tomorrow. And Kantabizo, what's up? What's up? Chuku Anna says, hi, Clan. Hi, hi. It's good to see you, Chuku Anna. Johnny says, agreed. Chopper may not be allowed to speak because of justice. I agree with you, Clan. Yeah, I think maybe he might not be allowed unless we talk casually about other things without him be quoted having sending a message of some sort to the judiciary. I don't know. Remember, he also got into trouble because of things like this at one point as well. I don't know, guys. Guys, I have to go. It is 1 minute left to my ninth minute that I said I'm going to leave. So let's wrap it up by saying tomorrow, I personally think Stain will come, but I don't think he might take the stand. If he does take the stand, he's just going to sing like a canary because there's no way he's going to take anybody else's blame and and embrace it and get arrested and all that stuff. But I think he's just going to say, listen, this is the truth, and I'm standing by the truth. Other than that, I am so sorry. Susan says, greetings, family. Trust you are all well and safe. We can't wait for tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Guys, I gotta go. Sorry, Susan, I'm leaving now. And thank you all for joining. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Highly appreciated. I'll see you all soon. I think there'll be another live during the course of the week if things really do tense up in that courtroom tomorrow. Other than that, you'll get a video. I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. Much love from me. Yes, all of you. Love, love. Yes. Goodbye.